Top 10 Oldest Languages. It was only 6,000 years ago that scholars say humans learned to write. Today, there are more than 7,000 living languages spoken across the globe.
10 Korean, 2,100 years old.
The language is spoken by more than 75 million people today, 48 million living in South Korea, and 24 million living in North Korea. The earliest evidence of this language comes from Old Korean inscriptions such as the Samguk Yusa and the Gwanggaedo stele, which date back to the 4th century. The Korean alphabet, Hangul, was created in 1443 by King Sejong the Great. Korean is a very expressive language, and it is often used to convey emotion.
9 Italian, 2,100 years old.
Italian, as we know it today, originated from Vulgar Latin, the colloquial form of the Latin language spoken by the common people during the decline of the Roman Empire. After the fall of the Roman Empire, the language's first developments began forming from a variety of regional dialects. One dialect that was spoken in Florence stood out. The Tuscan dialect, with its phonetic and grammatical features, became the foundation of what would later become the Italian language. Today, at least 61.8 million people worldwide speak Italian as their mother tongue. It is also an official language in San Marino, Italy, and Switzerland, and is spoken in 13 other countries.
8 Tamil, 2,300 years old.
Tamil is one of the oldest languages in the world, with the origins of the language traced back to the southern part of the Indian subcontinent. Tamil has had a profound impact on many different areas, including art, culture, and academia. Its script, consisting of elegant and distinct characters, is used for writing not only in Tamil, but also in other Dravidian languages.
7 Fa, Arasi 3,000 years old.
Farsi, also known as Persian, is an Indo-European language. The language originated in Iran and is still the official language there. Farsi is also spoken in neighboring countries like Afghanistan and Tajikistan. The language is rich. Its literary works have been widely recognized as being one of the 4 main bodies of world literature. Some of the more famous and influential poets like Rumi, Nizami, and Daki have left a long-lasting and profound impression on generations. Altogether, an estimated 110 million people globally speak Farsi.
6 Greek 3,000 years old.
Spanning over 3 millennia, the Greek language is one of the oldest languages in the world. Ancient Greek was developed in the classical era and was the choice of language for mathematicians, philosophers, and playwrights. Then, modern Greek became the official language of the Kingdom of Greece in the 19th century. Today, Greek is spoken by the majority of its population and is used in business, education, and government policies. 13 million people use it as their first language.
5 Hebrew 3,000 years old.
Hebrew is ancient Semitic language with roots that date back to biblical times, making it one of the oldest languages in the world. Historically used by the early Jews for religious purposes, the language was almost completely lost during the Holocaust, but experienced a revival in the late 19th century. Modern Hebrew is now the official language of Israel, and it is taught and spoken by the majority of people living there.
4 Sumerian, 3,200 years old.
Sumerian is among the earliest languages for which written evidence exists. It was written in the cuneiform script. Now, Sumerian was spoken in ancient Mesopotamia, modern-day Iraq, but suffered a decline, with many saying a drought killed off the language with many of its people. However, the Sumerians left behind extensive written records on clay tablets, providing valuable insights into their culture, history, and language. The language is not spoken extensively now, but is still studied by scholars and used for religious ceremonies.
3 Egyptian, 4,000 years old.
The Egyptian language, specifically Ancient Egyptian, originated in the Nile Valley of northeastern Africa and has had connections to Semitic languages. The language underwent many variations: Old Egyptian, Old Egyptian, Late Egyptian, until its last phase, the Coptic alphabet. The hieroglyphic script, which was used to write the Egyptian language, adorned the walls of temples and tombs, providing insights into religious beliefs, historical events, and daily life in ancient Egypt. Today, the Egyptian language spoken is Egyptian Arabic.
Sanskrit 4,000 years old.
Another one of the oldest languages in the world is Sanskrit. In ancient Indo-Aryan language, Sanskrit is widely used in Jainism, Buddhism, and Sikhism. Its effects are seen in poetry, drama, and sciences, as well as religious and philosophical texts. The work, which explores profound spiritual concepts, has greatly influenced Indian thought and continues to be studied and interpreted to this day.
1 Chinese 6,000 years old.
The Chinese language is the oldest written language in the world with at least 6,000 years of history. Chinese character inscriptions have been found in turtle shells dating back to the Shang dynasty 1176-611-3 BC, proving the written language has existed for more than 3,000 years. The standard spoken form of Chinese, known as Mandarin or Putonghua, is spoken in the northern, central, and southwestern provinces of China. It is also spoken by 1.4 billion speakers who use it as their mother tongue. The aesthetic beauty of Chinese characters, expressed through brush strokes and ink, has influenced art and design everywhere.